Welcome. We are going to speak to Mr. Arun Kumar, who is the General Secretary of the Federation of Ambedkarite and Buddhist Organizations in UK. Mr. Arun Kumar has worked a lot on the history of Ambedkarite movement in the United Kingdom, and he has been a part of it. He has participated in major demonstrations and other movements that the Ambedkarites have organized here. And today we are going to speak to him about the challenges before the Ambedkarite movement, as well as the challenges before the Parliament of UK regarding the anti-caste legislation law. So Arunji, welcome to you, Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim.
Why is the anti-caste discrimination legislation scuttled right now?
Because it's unfortunate that this legislation has been passed from the last 4 years,
Yes.
and accepted by both of the houses of the parliament, and they're still lingering on. The government is making various excuses just to delay it, and now what they have done, they have started a public consultation that whether it's needed or not, whether this legislation, the caste discrimination law, should be on case law or as already existed in the Equality Act on the basis of ethnic origin. So we are saying until or unless it's in the actually equality law, caste is added to the equality law, this problem is not going to go, because if it's in the law and if people will understand that caste discrimination is unlawful, illegal, and is punishable, and the people will stop, it will act as a deterrent. That's what we are asking for. And as the lobby and the British Parliament and the high officials in the government, that there's a Hindu and Sikhs, they actually dominate there, and not many Dalit representatives.
But what is this lobby afraid of?
It's very, very unfortunate that Sikhs and Hindus, they think that's their attack on their religions. We are saying it's nothing to do with the religion, because caste is prevalent in all religions.
Yes.
Whosoever came into contact with Hinduism, they got infected.
Yes.
And in India, where you talk about Islam, you talk about Christianity, Sikhs, Hindus already have.
Yes.
So all religions, they have the caste. So we are not talking about any religion, and we are talking about caste discrimination. It's prevalent in all the cultures and all the religions.
Particularly those coming from South Asia.
That's right, yeah. And because those people came from some Indian subcontinent, they brought this caste disease in the UK as well. And this is going on from ages now.
What the Hindu Council says, as you know, that we are in England, there is no caste system now, everything is wiped out. Perhaps some of them are also suggesting that caste discrimination was never part of Hinduism, because there are new authors coming up, new writers, sociologists giving new dimensions of thought.
I know they are giving a new interpretation, but we are actually saying, we were not talking about any religion.
Yes.
To be clear. We are talking about the actual discrimination going on in the UK, and that was going on in India from the ages, and they have the Indians or the people from subcontinent, they have brought here, and it is prevalent, and we can see from so many cases happen, and Anti-Caste Discrimination Alliance, they have listed many cases, and we have in the evil of caste, Chandran Chal brought out a report, and he mentioned many cases in that one. Even on the caste was UK, they have brought out the report, and they have listed many cases of discrimination in the UK. So they cannot say that there is no caste discrimination in the UK. And we have matrimonials in the local newspapers here in Britain, advertising the caste and the newspapers. We have so many stories. And even our temples and gurdwaras, they are actually on the caste basis. So how can they say caste existence in the UK?
Yeah, there are lots of advertisements you see. They are in the mainstream Indian newspapers, Times of India or Hindustan Times or Hindu. Even now they have started giving it in the UK papers also. They clearly mention what kind of a girl they want, what kind of boy they want, which gotra or caste they should be. So it's not accepting is like accept living in a denial mode.
They are over in denial mode. The reason is because they are afraid if the caste is included in the equality law, that's not end of in the UK. That will probably spread to Europe as well.
Yes.
That's their actually worry. So let it be, because it's happening in Europe as well, anywhere in the world, wherever the people from Indian subcontinent went, they're still existing there. So that's their worry actually. Because
Yeah.
they will give India a bad name, that's what they say. And another thing is they're actually saying they give a bad name to Hindus. So we are saying, look, the apartheid in South Africa has been abolished, and let the caste discrimination in India and in UK be abolished as well.
Yeah, yeah, I would be very happy if you can narrate me a few of these instances you've seen in Bedford or elsewhere about which can give the idea what kind of discrimination people face based on caste.
There was one case in Coventry. There was one of the solicitor from the so-called low caste Dalit, and he was working in one of the firm. The firm belonged to the Jats.
Okay.
Yes. And there was another girl from the Jat community. She was solicitor as well, working both in the company. And naturally, they got a friend, and that they want to get married. When the company, the firm knew about their relationship, and they sacked both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and the case went to tribunal, and they cut, long story short, and because there were so many reasons that case collapsed because one of the judges they withdrew, and anyway the case went to the court. And there was another case for Turkey and Chandok, and that was a case went to the tribunal. The woman who was employed as a domestic help, and she was discriminated on the basis of caste, and the woman won the case.
Yeah.
And she got compensation. And they are the high-profile cases. And there was another woman. She was an old lady, and the health service they provide, they sent a woman to look after her. Yeah, and at the woman's house, she put the picture of Guru Ravidas, and when they saw the picture of Ravidas, she knew that she belonged to the Dalit community.
Okay.
And she actually refused to go there.
Okay.
And that sort of case, they are high profiles. And underground, so many things happened, even in Bedford. And we had from 1976, the case was very high profile in Bedford, and one of the Hindus, one of the local paper, they ran a story on the different cultures and different religions in Bedford. And one of the Hindu men, he said, untouchables created to serve us, and they were not allowed to go to the temples because they were dirty, they were unclean.
Yes.
That's why they were not allowed. They were actually created to serve us. They were subhuman. All this stuff, rubbish he talked about. And the Dalits in Bedford, they protested against it, and even the man had to apologize for that.
Okay.
So that sort of case is going on.
And the famous case of the Chamar pub.
Yeah, that was not only in Bedford. That case happened in Birmingham as well. Like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because when people came from India, and they normally worked in the factories and they were in Bedford in the brickyards.
Okay.
They were hard work, and after the hard work, they used to go to the pub and for drink or beer and lots and for socializing. And because the majority of the people were going in that particular pub belonging to the Dalit community, the others, the Jats and other people started calling it a Chamar pub.
Oh.
So there was a lot of graffiti on the walls on the outside.
Okay.
And then we saw that one. That was going on from years and years. But in the 1991, Baba saw the centenary year. One of the reporters came into contact with us, and we showed him all the graffiti on the wall, everything. And we actually told the story, so we exposed it. So that became very, very high profile all over the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, that was covered by the national newspapers, television channels, and that sort of case was going on. So how can they deny there's no such thing? I always say that forced marriages are the byproduct of a caste system.
Yes.
Because forced marriage only happen when somebody wants to get married outside the caste. Here in the UK, the government has made a law against these forced marriages.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, all the forced marriages, as you say, are the byproduct of the caste system. Because you get the marriage inside the caste system, and marriage itself, the Brahminical marriages are actually, which are like sealed and which cannot be detached.
Yeah,
And that is because to maintain the purity of the caste system.
that's why. That's why all this the forced marriage is happening. And we are even talking about to prohibit this sort of evil, and we are asking law to come in, so that the caste discrimination law comes in and all these evils will go away.
One of the things that we found out in UK is this hierarchical system or the caste discrimination prevalent among the Sikh community, which is like very different from what we from India assumed once upon a time, because we feel it was like the Hindus, the system, we always say Brahminical system, and that's it. But Sikhism, we always considered, we always felt was a kind of a rebellion or revolt against the caste system.
That's right.
But when we came here, we realized that it's so powerful, the caste identities among the Sikhs, and how the discrimination is there, that people are forced to have their own gurudwaras. What is the reason? Why are there so many gurudwaras here?
Religious scripture, Sikh Guru Granth Sahib, there is no caste discrimination. What we actually, the attitude of the people, that counts more rather than scripture.
Yes, yes.
But scripture
That's true.
says. And as I said before, whosoever came into contact with Hinduism, they got contaminated. But the Sikhism came from Hinduism, so all these people following Sikhism, they brought that the evil with them. So they are still actually following the same caste notions as the Hindus were following.
Now we have gurudwaras of different communities, and we have different religious practices.
Yeah.
But many people thought that Ambedkarism is one way, one practice.
Now, what happened? Okay, when the people came from India, naturally they brought their own traditions and cultures, everything, and the caste was one of them. Here, all these because the Hindus and Sikhs, there was caste system already in them. So here in the UK, they started building their religious places on the basis of their caste. So that's why, like the different gurdwaras and the temples, they exist. That's the reason behind it. The practices are, naturally, they were used to follow in India, they're same they're following here. So there's no difference. But with our Ambedkarite people who are opposing these ones, yeah. So they sometimes they become targeted as well, so, of criticism or even attack on them. Look, they are against our religious practices or stuff.
Is Buddhism being considered as a threat to the popular sect or what a religion that's called Ravidasi?
Basically, Baba Sahib, Dr. Ambedkar, the religion he actually gave to us, the Buddhism is entirely different from the traditional Buddhism. Buddhism is actually a rational religion. It doesn't believe in ritualism, all the ceremony, all the stuff. But all the religions, they are doing it. So when Buddhism, they talk about the actual, we don't believe in these things, and they naturally think, oh, they are actually attack on our practices, on our religion. So that's why they are actually to keep away from Buddhism.
But yes, many people like Ratu Sahib said that for me, I'm being a Buddhist.
Yeah.
I revere Ravidas, I revere Kabir. All are my icons. As long as even if I'm a Buddhist.
I myself, I respect everybody because these people, have Guru Dasi or Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they have worked for the community, for the society, for the community cohesion.
Yes.
And we respect them. It doesn't mean we you believe in something else and you don't respect them.
Yes.
People tend to say these things.
Yes.
But we have more respect for Guru Das Ji, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, because they have done for the society. Yes. They have done for equality. Yes. They have done for humanity. So we have actually more respect for them.
Now it is time also that we have to understand that there's a community of 20 crore people and they will have diverse languages, cultural practices, also religious practices, and I think that diversity will have to be accepted now.
Because even our constitution is a plural
Yes.
society. Our constitution gave plural society, and we used to live for hundreds of years together like that. And our communities, especially Dalit community, they should learn all these things to live together.
Yes.
And because we are suffering in India,
Yes.
there are too many atrocities taking place, and what's happening now. The atrocity come happen in one community, the other doesn't speak. That happen in another community, they don't speak.
Yes.
So until or unless we all get together, all these communities, at least we can get together on one minimum common platform. Leave the religion alone.
Yes.
And whatever, and just come together on one platform and fight this menace together.
Yeah, because religion may be different. That's why I say
That's
because
right,
because we all come from our different backgrounds.
That's right. Yeah.
And it's important to fight on basic needs. If there is a caste discrimination, or there is an untouchability, or there is a violence against somebody, attack on somebody's dignity and integrity, I think that these are the common points that people should come together.
See, the Baba Sahib gave us a nice constitution. Preamble, this is,
we the people of
equality.
India.
We are the people of India. And he stressed on equality, liberty, and fraternity.
Yes.
These are all common grounds. All we can get together. Now, all the equality, liberty, fraternity, they are all under threat.
Yes.
And, there is no press there. They are speaking the language of the government.
Yes.
And all the common man is suffering. And whosoever speaks against the government policies or the social evils, he is branded as anti-Indian or anti-national. And we love India. Being sitting outside India, we still love India. That's our motherland.
Yes.
And the Ambedkarite, you can brand him anything else, but you cannot brand him as anti-Indian.
Yes, that is the biggest strength of Ambedkarites word over that, wherever they have gone, the two things they are very clear about is that the constitution they respect and they adhere to it with the heart, and the country, India, because where the roots are. And I think that's the biggest achievement of the constitution drafted by Dr. Ambedkar.
That's right.
Because I fear actually if Dr. Ambedkar had not drafted the constitution, what would have happened actually?
I think, the Indian constitution, that has kept India together for the last 70 years.
Yes.
Had that not been the constitution, India would have been divided. So it all actually goes to the Indian constitution and Dr. Ambedkar. And still we are not learning the lessons. Now what's happening in Kashmir or Assam or all these states, even in southern states, we are fighting on the language, regions, or they have to stop because we got to learn how to live together.
Yeah, because that's what the constitution suggested, that we should respect the diversity of languages, diversity of tradition, religion, and we will only act when it violates the basic human rights of an individual.
Yeah, that's right.
As long as I'm not harming anyone, my work, my action doesn't threaten anybody's identity or even livelihood or his dignity at stake.
The Indian Constitution gave us freedoms: freedom of speech, freedom of roam and eat whatever and wear whatever we like. And what's happening on the name of co-protection.
Yes.
And how many people are killed? This is very, very disturbing these days.
Because they're made like cows being used actually as a political tool. It's not that they are exporting beef. India is the biggest beef exporting country, and this export of beef in the last 3 years has grown multifold. It's more than 40,000 crore per annum industry. Now we just blame to the Muslims. Who are the owners of this industry? We ask the government to bring a white paper on this.
What I eat or what I wear in my home, that's none of anybody's business.
Yes.
That's my business. And that's our constitution gives to us.
Yeah. It's very sad because what's happening is that somebody is being lynched in the public, somebody is being killed by the mob, and the police is investigation what was in his fridge. Police is investigation what was he cooking. Rather than arresting the culprit, they're filing the charges against the people who killed and their families. And this has happened now, and this is a very serious case of a human rights violation.
Similar thing happened there in Saharnapur,
Yes.
the village, where 40 or 50 houses were burned.
Yeah.
And, who was arrested? The people who are defending themselves.
Yeah.
The Chandrasekhar was inside, and his, other people from that village, were 15, 16 people, they were inside. And they are being charged. So what their fault is? Because they were defending themselves.
Yesterday, when the 60 kids died in Gorakhpur, and the person who tried to save Dr. Kafi, he is being charged, with neglect and so many other allegations against him, that he was a fraud and he is running a nursing home and that he was an accused and all those kinds. So where were those cases earlier? He was head of the pediatrician department. So why these cases come out when he became popular?
That's right. I can't understand one thing there. That the system, education system, and the health system, that's collapsed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As you go to look at the education system, go to any school, government school, either there are no teachers or there's no actually infrastructure, no blackboards, all these schools. Okay, sometimes there's no building there.
See, this is the minister for health said today, and I got a tweet. In that he is saying that the government cannot provide health to everyone. That means we don't have the capacity and don't expect from the government to provide medical care to everyone. Now you are living in UK and there is a fantastic national health services. I think you can suggest something. What is that national health services here and how has it helped, encouraged, I would say helped the middle classes or poor people in UK?
Thing is, okay, money is involved in that one. But people actually, the question in India, even if there's a hospital there, right, and the person want to go there to admit a child or any patient, and the doctors or secretary, they want money first, that sort of thing. That money goes to somebody's pockets.
Yes.
So this is the corruption, whatever there, so that need to be stopped somehow. Because here in the health services, you go to just phone them, right? Look, there's something wrong with this and that, and they will tell you, okay, if that's serious, just come to the hospital, and they treat the stay there. And because they no corruption in between, and all this, the facilities are there, everything there, and how can the government say you have opened a government hospital there, you don't provide any facility, so why is to close down the hospital then? So why the hospital is full?
Yeah, that's what the government is doing because they have withdrawn from the education, they have withdrawn from the health, they have withdrawn from other welfare measures. So the directive principle of the state, which Baba Sahib actually asked the state to do things, today have become virtually defunct.
Because the government is actually run by these corporations, the corporate sector. So what they're doing, taking over everything.
Yes.
So the government is, I can't say silent spectator, but they are actually helping them to do it. So that's why all this suffering coming from. So the government should make a rule or put in no fundamental right, put in a fundamental right on health and the education.
See, you talk about caste discrimination, and we celebrate the success stories of Indians here. You came from India, you suffered in India also, your own fight at different level in Punjab. And when you came here as a very new person, you did hard work and succeeded. What was the difference that you found between society here and in India?
In India, you get education and you get money. If you are from the Dalit communities, and your work, your efforts, you need to double the efforts to get some, work or job, or because you are not given opportunity. And if you get opportunity over there, even then there are so many hurdles to progress.
Yes.
And in the UK, this is free society. There, I'm not saying it's perfect.
Yeah, no society is perfect, yes.
And there may be some racial discrimination, maybe, but you get opportunity here and you can, achieve whatever you want to do. And here, our children, they didn't have a reservation.
Yeah.
And, we didn't have a reservation. And we progressed. Our children today are some doctors, engineers or whatever, without reservation.
Without reservation.
And
So
went to the colleges, had degrees, everything. So this is the difference. The person, if they're given opportunity,
yeah.
he will and she will, show a potential.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people can get job and nobody can say that, oh, you are a quota wala or without quota wala
No.
or you are a Dalit and I'm not going to go to this meritorious doctor or less meritorious.
No.
The disease of merit is very high in India. Very big disease.
It's, merit is created for the, right from your birth.
Yes.
If you are, you're from Dalit community, you are low.
Mm.
You're worthless. And you are born as from high caste, you're brilliant.
Brilliant.
And that's the, perception, right from the birth, and goes to the right to the death. Yeah, the person from the community, they're useless or, substandard. And from the high caste, they must be brilliant. So that sort of, perception goes on. But here, you go to everywhere, no difference, nothing. If you have good qualification or, good potential and given opportunity, you progress. There's no problem.
Your son and daughters have succeeded on their own way. Have they ever faced any caste discrimination here?
My daughter, when she was in university, and actually because the Indians, when they get together, and all sort of subjects come along, and one of them is caste as well.
Okay.
And they start talking about the caste.
Mhm.
And my daughter's one of the friends, she said, what you order? We are the Dutch. And what you order? And because the children, they don't, what? She said, oh, we don't know actually, but we say, we were Chamars. She said, what? She don't look like Chamar.
Okay.
And she said, what? How do Chamar look like them? Because she was born here, brought up here, something, and she didn't. She said, well, what would Jamal look like? So she said, oh, it might be dark, and it could be ugly, sort of thing. So that's a perception.
Yeah, because it created a perception in the mind for long, actually.
Yeah,
because Dalits are all filthy people
That's
sitting
right.
in the villages
Yeah.
and always begging or doing the menial work.
That's
And
right.
that kind of an idea.
Yeah. So
That-
they put in the minds
Yes.
of the kids. And they think, oh, there must be, or there might be some bad habits, maybe something like that.
Yeah. The habit is,
Yeah.
oh, they were always drunkards,
That's
they
right,
always
yeah.
drink.
Yeah.
So what if they drink?
Yeah. So
The Brahmins always drank.
that's right, yeah.
All the gods drank. There were a lot of drink and smoke and chain smokers. So,
Drinking doesn't make a man bad,
yeah.
right? And
No, but it's not that the Dalit alone drinks.
everybody
Yeah.
drinks.
In the English culture.
Even if he drinks, okay.
Yeah.
But some people, okay, I've got my friends,
Yeah.
everybody's not alcoholic.
Yes.
There's a difference between alcoholic and the drinking.
Every non-alcoholic is not great. It's
That-
like
that-
every vegetarian
that's
is not the
perfect.
saint out of
Perfect.
perfect purified person.
That's right.
In fact, I found vegetarian more dangerous many times. You are vegetarian, I'm sorry.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
But the
Yeah.
vegetarianism that is being promoted in India is to hate other is a dangerous thing.
Hate is very dangerous.
See, you are a vegetarian, you don't hate. You can, I can sit with you and eat.
That's
But
it.
the people there are thinking, if I am here and somebody is there and I'm a vegetarian, you eat what you want to eat.
That's right. That's it. Yeah.
It's your choice.
Yeah, that's right.
But don't
No.
hate the people if
No.
they are eating a different food.
No. Here in the UK, okay, we have Muslim friends, we
Yes.
have Christians, everybody, okay. We get on with everybody. There's no problem. And, but the Indian mindset is, they first will do, from where you come from? From Punjab, okay, all right, which part, this and that. And ultimately they come to your caste.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
do their Google search in their mind. In India, when you came here, you had faced caste discrimination in your own place, in Chandigarh,
Yeah.
during your job, during your working thing. What was that?
I was working in the Punjab civil secretary. When I got a job, okay, there was no problem because nobody knew, who I was. And happened, I was in the evening college studying. So I was giving my exams for my MA classes. What happened? Okay, I needed holiday for leave from the work. And I asked for a leave. They refused, and because my career was more important than my,
Yes.
So I went to the doctor. He said, "Look, I was stressed naturally." So I said, "Look, I'm stressed." And he said, "Well, he gave me note,
Okay.
and he gave me 3 weeks off for work. Well, you need rest and sit down." Okay. So I was sick while I was doing my exams. So then I went back to work, and what they did, they gave me a letter. Now, look, you were not ill. Uh, you had, this sickness because you were actually appeared in your exams. So I said to them, look, where is that written that if you are ill, you can't appear in exams? And they didn't agree with me. And what they did, they censured me.
Okay.
Yeah. And naturally, they went on my file, confidential files. So I was due for my promotion,
Okay.
and they stopped my promotion.
Oh.
And I said, why you did it? And they said, look, you had you censured because you had to leave. And I said, well, what about the other people? They are all having like that. He said, no, we are making example here. I said, why example for me? I said, there's no argument. And anyway, so fortunately, I was working with social welfare department, and which dealt with all the SC and BC and ST grievances, all this stuff, everything. And I said, well, I'm working in the social welfare department. If they are doing it to me, what's happening to other people then?
Yes.
Then there was a deputy secretary at the time, and he was very sympathetic. And, I don't know, probably he was one of us, I don't know. So I went to him, I explained all this story to him. I said, look, they took me out because of I'm SC. Yeah? And because I gave examples, okay, such person had holidays, was sick at the time, but no action was taken. No action was taken only against me. And my promotion has been stopped because of that incident.
Yes.
So Deputy Secretary saw my file. He said, okay, and he asked for the file and say you got beautiful record. There's no sickness, nothing there. Even the work you were all right. Every officer they gave you good report. So I said, well, so why they did it? He said that's wrong. Instead they said, and what he did, okay, he called this at that time Deputy Secretary, who was in charge of the admin. And I said, look, I'm Secretary of Welfare Department. I'm interested in the welfare of my staff. I want to know why he has been stopping his promotion. And he said, I will let you know. Because when the situation was rolled on higher places, the action is taken sometimes. And because my case was dealt with on the lower level, because people knew me, and that after second week, I got a promotion in my hands.
Okay.
Yeah, they said, look, you're promoted. Then what the cheat they did, the same person in admin branch, he posted me on that particular seat, which was so, I won't say heavy, but there was nobody actually stayed there.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I went there, the files were like that on the table.
Okay.
Yeah. And nobody touched them for months and months.
Oh.
And my in charge, he was SC as well.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because they deliberately sent him over there
so that
he would complain against me, or I would fight against him.
Yes.
Yeah. To maybe then they would say, oh look, these people can't work. Yeah. So he knew exactly, and he called me. He said, look, they have sent you deliberately here, and there was a reason behind it, and that's the reason. He said, look, I don't want to complain. Yeah. And please, you have to.
Okay.
Yeah. And I said, you don't worry about that. I knew all this already. That's what they did it. So I had to stay, behind my work. Even I finished 5 o'clock. I used to come home 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock. I cleared all the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, within 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I cleared all the work and everybody was happy. So that was, we had to work twice hard.
But why did you resign?
Yeah, yeah. I resigned because that was a prestige question.
Okay.
Because I wanted to show the people, we are not less than yours. We had some cultural organization. They called Naveen Rangamans.
Okay.
There was drama and the culture organization. We used to say drama and everything. So I was involved in that one as well. Yeah. So that was another reason I was given stop promotion. I knew that I was coming to UK before I fought my case.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have stopped it. I was coming anyway.
Yes.
So because one of my relation mentors there, and they proposed me for this match here in UK.
Okay.
So I said yes, but because there was not much there money.
Yeah.
I couldn't actually afford that. Chandigarh was very, very expensive.
Yeah.
Very, very expensive. Whatever wages I had, they're going the rent or food.
Yeah.
I could not save money or help my family back home.
So when did you come here?
So I came in 78.
1978, the emergency time.
After emergency.
After emergency.
When there was emergency, I was there every time.
Okay.
I saw the emergency and I worked in the emergency.
Oh.
Yeah, and I saw very, very closely what was happening there. And when the election was declared after emergency, there were anti-Scheduled Caste union was formed in the Punjab Secretariat.
Oh.
And they were fighting against segregation. And whosoever was coming, on the lunch breaks, all these prospective MPs, candidates, they used to come there, address the employees. And even the union, employee union,
Was supporting.
there was all anti-caste reservation in the lobby.
Yeah, that is what the trade unions have done in India.
Yeah.
Most of the people have been anti-Dalit actually.
Yeah, so there were, even when there was a strike, I went on a fast for 48 hours in support of the union. But when I saw that thing, look, we told the president, who's at that time, I said, look, you're representing us as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and he said, no, that's it. And what we did, we parted away from the union, and we formed our own. I started supporting, there was SC, BC union at the time.
Yeah.
But there was another secretariat. So I take interest in that one. But in the secretariat, and there used to be two platforms, one for SCs, one for other one. They were addressing their employees, and SCs were, they were addressing their employees. So there was fight going on between two groups. There was one physical fight as well. And one of my friends, here, they could used to have, at that time, there was a fashion.
Oh, yeah.
And big steel.
Yes.
Kada. And in the, scuffle, his kada hit somebody's.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And somebody was bleeding.
Oh.
And naturally, they said he knocked him. No. My one friend, he said he had a knife and stabbed the other person because he was that secret. And then, luckily, my friend's dad, he was a deputy secretary in the Vidhan Sabha.
Okay.
So then that case was, resolved.
Yeah.
Because we said, look, that was the thing. So they stopped anti-reservation lobby holding the meeting over there.
When you came to England, 78, you were married that time? Or you
I got married here.
You got married here? Immediately after coming? The match was already done?
Yeah, after coming to here. I immediately got married here. And I came in Bradford, not in Bedford. Bedford is a Yorkshire.
Okay.
So my uncle used to live there. And went over there.
Okay.
So we got married over there. So I stayed there for 1 year. And I couldn't find the work. I found the work in the foundry.
Okay. So you went to foundry also?
Yeah, I worked in 1 year in the foundry.
Wow.
And there was very, very hard work for me at least because I never ever worked in that.
That's what I'm saying, that coming from India, particularly
they-
from the official position,
Yeah, that's it.
and then working in a foundry is a very
Yeah, it's very, very hard work.
physical work. That is
Physical as well. I juggled few jobs here and there. Then I found a job in the Royal Mill, in the post office. Post office. I worked there. And naturally, there was a matter of settling as well. So the wife there, for me, myself, I was living on the rent. So worked hard for 16, 17 hours a day.
16, 17 hours a day.
That's right. And earn the money, have a house. And first of all, when we came here, we thought, look, we earn a lot of money and we come back. But when the children started growing up, dropped the idea.
Yeah. The first year plan was to go back to India.
Everybody.
Okay, everybody.
The five people came from India to earn money.
Yes.
And they wanted to go back and started down there.
Yeah.
But we did as well. I did as well. Even I built my house there. And big house there. We all come back, go back.
Yeah.
No one's locked, nothing else. Yeah.
And when people know, you can't even say that. It's very difficult. Right?
It is very difficult. I rented one of the room there. I had a litigation there.
Yeah.
And I had to give money to them to locate it.
Yeah.
So that's so hard. They know it's just locked. We have a peace of mind at least.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Tell us about the Ambedkarite movement in UK, in Bedford, and what was the major success of this movement here?
Yeah, this one, when I came here in 78, I came to Bedford probably in 79. Bedford. There was already movement going on.
Yeah.
And I came into contact with Mr. Chahal. Chahal. He was running this organization. They're called Team Association at that time. I was quite influenced by Baba Sahab's philosophy. I read the books, everything. And then I started taking interest, taking part in the miracle movement at the time. And the miracle movement was existing well before I came to UK.
Yeah.
It's even it started in the late 50s, and 60s. There was a start from Birmingham, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, then went to Wolverhampton, London.
So basically, Birmingham, Wolverhampton, London, and Bedford are the four major centers.
We could work in limited capacity and limited resources.
Yes.
Birmingham and Wolverhampton, they are very big towns.
Yes.
And more people live there. They got more resources and more people there.
Yeah.
So naturally, we can't compare Bedford.
Yeah. What has been the biggest achievement of the Ambedkarite movement here?
The biggest achievement, I would say, and we have brought caste on international level.
Okay.
Yeah, and initially nobody knew about caste discrimination, and we have brought on the international platform. This is the major achievement of the American movement, and people are talking about discrimination, not only in India but here in UK and Europe, in all countries. That's the major, and that happened. Not easy task.
Yes.
Because we have a promoter, Dr. Ambedkar.
Yeah.
So when we started, even before me people, even 79, not many people knew about Dr. Ambedkar. And his name was suppressed. Even though he was chairman of the Indian Constitution.
Yes.
He drafted the Indian Constitution. Yes, he did a big task.
Yeah.
But even then, he was suppressed.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a deliberate. That's because of the cost.
Yes.
So when we started talking about him, arranging meetings, conferences, and the Indian people is okay. They knew already, or they came to know that. We were targeting the British.
Okay.
The English people. Our idea right from beginning, we were targeting those people. They should know as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and we started teaching them, educating them. So that was the only reason. Then the Indian government or the Indian others, they don't want it now. Reason was because when you talk about Dr. Ambedkar, you are talking about the caste as well.
Yes.
Because as Martin Luther, he associated with the civil rights movement in
Yes, yes.
America. If you talk about Nelson Mandela,
Yes.
actually he's associated with the apartheid movement
Yes, definitely.
in Africa. So when we talk about Dr. Ambedkar, he's associated with caste discrimination. So that's why nobody wanted to talk about Dr. Ambedkar. That didn't happen. That's why his name was pressed. So when we started talking, actually caste was being discussed as well. I remember in '91, we talked to the local library here, the Bedford Central Library. I said, talk to the librarian about Dr. Ambedkar, and because we wanted to put some sort of exhibition there. He didn't know about Dr. Ambedkar, but he was a Latin American, so he was very fond of King Martin Luther King. But he didn't know about Dr. Ambedkar. He said, it was similar to King Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
I said, yes, but that's what we were trying to say. Nobody knew about him. He said, we want to do something. He said, look, we will do something together. And I said, look, we want to put an exhibition. He said, okay. And we were talking to him, gave him some material about Dr. Ambedkar, and then we had an exhibition in Bedford Central
Yes.
for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, and displayed a big, billboards outside there, and and the newspaper here, local newspaper, they covered it.
Yes.
And we were satisfied, and our message going through. Because during the centenary year, there was the 100-year birthday also.
Yes, yes.
And there was a big exposure of Dr. Ambedkar.
Yeah.
We decided to celebrate in a bigger way, and so that other people as well,
Yes.
that can be done. So we got together, right-minded people came in, and we celebrated Dr. Ambedkar's birth anniversary in the House of Commons, House of Lords, London School of Economics, and Commonwealth Institute.
Yes.
All likewise, institutes, well-known and prestigious venues. And the Dr. Ambedkar's story was covered by major newspapers, in television channels. They made documentary films all the time.
Yes.
And that was the highlight at that time of Dr. Ambedkar's, exposed. So.
Yeah, those were actually because in the 90s it was very much known about Ambedkar centers and Ambedkar Mission here.
That's right, yeah.
What are the major challenges and threats to the Ambedkarite movement?
Yeah, major challenges, if you're talking about UK, our society is being polarized on caste basis.
Yes.
Because the Valmikis, they say Valmiki is their religion.
Yeah.
The followers of Guru Das, they say, Atharni or Dasyas, that's their religion. Yeah, they're going to polarize. And the Ambedkarites, they're being squeezed in between. Yeah. And because the Ambedkarites, they are radicals.
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to change. Change is always difficult.
Yeah.
And naturally, these two communities, they're all where that come from.
Yeah.
So, the Ambedkarites, they were being, as I said, squeezed, and they were targeted as anti-Dasya or anti-Valmikis. So, some of the people already there, they just get quiet or they went back to their own.
So don't you think that sometimes the Ambedkarite Buddhists were wrong in forcing or asking people for coming to Buddhism?
I think that was one of the reasons the people went back. But we in Bedford we always chose the middle path. And my personal view is, if you educate a person about Dr. Ambedkar, you don't have to tell him about Buddhism.
Yes. Yeah. If a person is already known him properly.
That's right. So you don't have to tell him about Buddhism. And that was my view right from the beginning.
Yes.
And most of the organizations stick to it.
Yes.
So that's why, in Bedford is the only town where Ambedkarites have good relationship with Valmiki and with the communities.
Yeah, it's very, very important. It's very important.
So even what we did, okay, from last few years, we are celebrating Dr. Ambedkar's birthday together.
I think yeah, that's the only condition is understand that there is a diversity of thought, diversity of action, diversity of languages, and diversity of ethnicities.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think once we understand that thing, it will be easier to bring all the people together. The people can't be brought together and just to bang on and say you have to be this.
Because we want there's a stage going through.
Yeah.
We are only first step, and you want to jump on the top one. Yeah, but you're living in between.
Yes.
So you can't leave down. So you got to step by step.
Yeah,
that's why. So all the people, okay, in the Ambedkar movement, and in the beginning, they started talking about Buddhism straight away, rather than Dr. Ambedkar.
Yeah.
So what happened then? The people actually started drifting away from even Dr. Ambedkar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what happened. So that's the major threat is this one, and because our youngsters, this young generation coming, the second generation coming, they don't know anything about India, or they know little about India, and they haven't faced discrimination as we did, and they don't relate to the problem.
Yeah.
So that's why they're not much interested in the caste system.
How do you think the third generation? You have kept this legacy high.
Yeah.
Do you fear that the generation after you might not follow the same way?
I think if you see even Christian, when I came, there were 4 churches and pubs. Yeah.
Their churches are sold now.
And because even the English people, the youngsters, they don't believe in it. They are becoming more atheist.
Yes.
And the churches are being closed.
Yeah.
And similarly, the pubs, they are being closed.
Okay.
The churches are being sold, and the churches are being converted into the Indian temples or Gurdwara or even.
And pubs are also.
Or pubs, in pubs. And because our generation, we have just come from India, it's not very, we are first generation. The second generation will know, third generation will go away. And that's what will happen to our Gurdwara and temples as well.
Yeah.
Because who will go there?
Yeah, because people find one is the timing and the busy schedule or everything, and then also the ideological. Because
these our children, they are sort of
they are
coconuts. Outside they are brown, inside they are white.
Yes.
Yeah, and slowly they will drift away from these temples and Gurdwara religious places.
Yeah.
And the future of all these belief also. Very, very bleak.
Okay. Where do you see Ambedkarism in, say, next 10 years?
In the UK or in India?
Both ways.
In India, it's very, very bright, I would say, because more and more people are
coming to it
and attracting them. In the UK, I'm very optimistic. Not very optimistic, I'm actually pessimistic.
Okay.
Because the older generation are dying. And the medical movement will go with them.
Okay.
The younger generation will bother. So it seems my future is very.
So do you think that Ambedkarism people will attach to it as long as they are in need and they are suffering, and once they achieve everything and then it disappears?
No, UK. What I said, because in the UK.
No, I'm saying about India, because UK people have achieved. Your children have grown.
Yeah.
So probably they have not seen those things.
Yeah.
So.
But in India.
Yeah.
The
if that happens in India also.
But in India, the caste system is still going on. All the atrocities are.
So as long as
all the atrocities are occurring on the name of caste.
Yes.
And on Dalits.
Yes.
So far, this problem will stay there, and our younger generation will be attached to more and more to Dr. Ambedkar, the Ambedkar movement. Because without Ambedkar movement, there is no way they can get rid of all this, suffering.
So that means we don't have any right now. India suffer from caste system, caste discrimination, and as long as this continues, Ambedkarism or radical Ambedkarism is the only way out for all the oppressed masses, victim of the Brahminical hierarchical system. And perhaps as Arunji is saying, In UK, they have achieved the equality, particularly in the only problem in this country is the mindset that the Indian carries out with them. They bring their caste, they bring their prejudices. But in the wider society here, it has achieved a level where the children are growing, they're achieving things. We have seen some of the fantastic success stories here, where children are doctors, engineers, and not only that, professional builders, businessmen, and this community has achieved a lot. That shows that unless the society gives a way out, if the society is not prepared internally and doesn't shake its shed its prejudices, there is no chance. And as long as there is no chance for the caste Hindus to change in India and leave their prejudices, I think for the vast masses, Ambedkarism is the only hope. It will fight back and it will rise. Asserting Ambedkarite will dominate India in future. That is a positive thing. Obviously, there will be a discrimination, but there will be an assertion also on the rising aspiration of the Ambedkarites, which India cannot really stop. So thank you, Arunji, for the thing. Anything that you wish to say to our Indian friends or here Ambedkarite friends as a final way of words?
I would say to my Indian friends particularly to stand on their feet and fight back, because Dr. Ambedkar, he never ever stopped raising these issues, speaking, and until or unless we speak, we cannot achieve anything because we are a victim of silence. So I must stress on this point that because there's more responsibility on Ambedkar friends because they are the only people that have some hope to fight against these sufferings. So please get up, get united, and fight back. That's the only message.
Thank you. We hope that people will do. They rise up and Jai Bhim and
Yeah.
Namo Buddhaya.